people. There we are, and we are back rolling again. Back in the saddle.
There you go.
All right, guys, we appreciate you. If you stumbled across our show here, I'm Big Matt.
Ty Dean, Donovan.
And we're going to hit you with a little bit of college news. Breaking news for college. Bo Nix has literally, he broke his ankle. I'm not sure how exactly.
Didn't hear nothing about it until here.
Suffers broken ankle.
I've read nothing of it. I've heard not one rumor of it.
I'm going to tell you right here. Broken ankle. Message sent to me from Joey Weaver, UWEIS guy that everybody knows and loves. Bo Nix suffered broken ankle. Will miss the rest of season after blowing a 28-3 lead in Mississippi State. I don't care about that. We've already done that.
He did not blow a 28.
The defense did. Bo Nix from the let's see, football team without starting quarterback. Where's some details? In the brutal collapse of the Bulldogs upon arriving at Auburn's true freshman 2 years ago, he does more than good and bad with the ball. Wow, what's the detail about the injuries?
Oh, remember when he got hurt early in the middle?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I forgot about that.
So, well, I knew that, but I mean,
I didn't never hear nothing else about it. Didn't think it was a big deal.
Finley to be getting T.J. Finley getting the final 3 starts of the season for. Well, I'll just tell you right now, I hate that for him. But I'll just be honest with you. The Iron Bowl, Auburn fans don't panic because that kid will just go in there and play blind, and he's got nothing to lose, and he'll win the darn game.
He may be the answer for him. I mean, Nix was a freshman when he beat him. They had Nix and Kerryon Johnson.
Yep.
Beat him 48-45.
Yeah.
Most points given up in the Saban era.
So I'm not going to say, whoa, boy, Bama fans.
They got it.
We got it now. Old Finley, he ain't going to stand that chance.
Heisman Trophy. I mean,
he don't stand that chance against a tied team. Well, I'm telling you, just hang on. Bama fans.
Yeah, remember Cardale Jones, don't you?
Now, that spread's probably going to move a touchdown.
Now, that spread was 51 points yesterday.
They're probably going to be a 2-touchdown favorite now instead of 1
at
the Iron Bowl.
Maybe he made 20 points. It may be 20 points.
UAB beats Marshall 21-14 day. JSU beats Lamar. We'll talk about our local guys there. Without Coach Gross, he had stepped down last week, so they're moving on, and they're going to be playing FCS guys next year. That'll be a huge gate. Huge gate for them bringing in teams that we may not get to see. We could go down to Jacksonville and see some.
No, it's a really good football.
Yeah, we could see some legit football teams. Let's see. Oklahoma, Baylor, we spoke a little bit about that earlier. I don't know what else we could add to it. 17-game winning streaks broke. People all over the field. Riley was disgusted about the timeout. Josh Pate just kicked off his live, so we might as well just hurry up and get off because everybody's going to go watch him because he is the GOAT. Yeah, he's good. 24/7 Sports, the guy's great. Been watching him since before he went to 24/7.
Yeah, he's good.
Ohio State, Purdue, Dean, what you got?
I got 59-31, 587 yards for Ohio State. Their receivers, Jigba, Olave, and Wilson, 28 catches, Matt.
Jigba for 140.
28 catches.
Wilson, 130 nearly, and Olave, 85. How many? 624 total for the team?
No, they just caught 624 for the team. Yeah, I said 587. It was 624.
And Stroud broke some kind of record for the school with like 5 touchdowns, 5 or 6 touchdowns.
And Alabama's best receiver played there. So, oh man.
Yeah, I'm glad he come on down.
Yeah, he went over 1,000 yesterday too, man.
Bama 59-3 as we expect over New Mexico State. Young had 270, 5 touchdowns, broke a Alabama Crimson Tide record for most.
He close to 3,000
touchdowns in a half.
I saw where Robinson's got 800. He'll have a good chance to hit 1,000.
He had 2 touchdowns, 100 yards yesterday. Sanders 65. Williams 158 and 3 touchdowns, and he didn't play the whole game.
Mechie catches a lot of balls. Mechie. But now he doesn't gain. He don't have as many yards per catch.
Now Tyson and Milroe and Barker all got to play a little bit. Tyson had 43 yards, a backup QB, so we got a little mop-up beauty there. What about old Michigan hanging on there?
Michigan hanging on right there at the end. I don't have any stats on it, but they beat them with like a minute left, 21-17.
Haskins 156.
And Penn State's now they've lost 4 ball games. James Franklin's going to be on the hot seat. I really think that.
Yeah. Well, they might.
People don't like him anyway, and I don't know why. I think he's a great coach, but I am predicting him to be.
They may pick him up down here at LSU. What do you think?
I think that would be a great hire.
Now, Ole Miss, fantastic game against A&M, 29-19. Now, at Dean halftime, it was 15-0. Ole Miss had 408 at halftime in yards, and they wound up how many yards?
504. It's Corral just didn't. He seemed hurt.
He had 247 passing.
But he didn't run for any. But Ely rushed for 150.
Man, defense. Just talking about big plays. Ole Miss Rebels just slamming it down. 2 touchdowns off the turnovers. Finley had the pick six that kind of won it for him.
Right.
Calzada threw 2 picks. I just mentioned one of them.
He didn't throw any against Alabama.
Had 80 yards against them at half.
Whew. They just had a bad game, which it happens. It can happen to anybody. Of course, the Chain had a good game. He had 110 yards on 12 carries, and he is the fastest guy in the SEC, supposedly.
I believe it, man.
Yeah.
Well, now, tell us about Arkansas LSU. I watched all that game. Marcus watched with me. We were excited.
Overtime.
It's the battle for the Golden Boot. Yeah, OT, baby.
Well, listen.
Tell me about that, man.
Well, okay. It goes into overtime, 13-13. And you talk about a weird sequence of events. So LSU gets a 3rd and 20. And they get it easily. He throws it right down the middle on the post. First down. Next play, throws the interception in the end zone. And then Arkansas Jefferson just run it in the middle of the field. They gained a few yards, kicked it, won the game.
He's another dimension type of player. He's so big. Do you see how many times they got after him? They tried to throw him down. He would just
I know.
He'd just throw him off like an old sack of taters.
I know.
I mean, they just couldn't do nothing with him.
He's good.
142 and a touchdown. He had over 40 yards rushing. It's a magnificent night. I really liked the coach up there.
Yes, I like Pittman. Very humble.
10 points in the third quarter. LSU had no points in the third quarter. I think that would probably have a lot to do with the turnover. Doug Nussmeier's son gets to come in and court QB Dean because of some things that went down. Davis Price went over 100. I thought Nussmeier. What'd you think?
Davis Price is pretty good.
Oh,
I didn't think Nussmeier played bad.
I thought he.
I mean, his pick at the end was a good play. Probably shouldn't have thrown it, but
I thought he played great.
Standing in there on 3rd and 20 and nailing that 3rd and 20 to game over, and you just throw it straight down the middle for a first down.
I thought he had a good game. I mean, that
They've
looks
had
like
some quarterback troubles this year, just to say the least.
Whoever comes in as coach down there, it looks like you're going to have a
James
quarterback.
Franklin, you heard it here.
Yeah, you're going to have a QB. That was kind of some stuff we'd cover. We didn't cover every single game.
Well,
that's kind of ones everybody cares about. And
we
Dean's got some more.
Big one, don't we?
Yes, and then we got our top 5 we want to talk about.
Oh, just other scores. We already talked. There's not a lot, really, but Notre Dame won 28-3. Just hammered Virginia. It kind of shocked me. And 3 more. Oregon 38-24 over Washington State.
It got over about 2:00 this morning.
I think it's still going. 300 yards rushing. Wake Forest moved to 9-1, man. 45-42 over NC State. And the game of the day, and we can both talk about this because we watched it. Georgia, 41-17. But I will say this, I thought Tennessee played them tough.
They did.
In fact, that may sound stupid, but I thought they played them tough.
They scored more points than anybody else has this year.
I guess it was. Yeah.
I mean, they hadn't give up no 13 points to anybody, and they went down and scored on them pretty quick. Actually, second play of the game, they missed a guy, down the middle of the field on a big play. So,
487, 487 yards for Georgia. Cook had 147. That kind of did away with the. I'm sorry now. I know I hear a lot, and you do too. Georgia's offense isn't good. 487 yards is good. I mean, that's nearly going up and down the field 5 times. And Tennessee had 387, which is the most anybody's gained on Georgia this year.
I think Hooker he's a good quarterback. He reads the plays well. He rolls out of the pocket well. He gets yards. He falls forward all the time. I'm excited to see what they're going to carry on. If they'll get a bowl game.
Right, baby brother, 11 tackles, 1 sack, Nakobe Dean.
Nakobe, yep.
Yeah. No, from Horn Lake, Mississippi.
That's right.
Hey, I text Neil, who lives out there, Neil Colley. I said, well, tell me Horn Lake, did they win it when he played? And he goes, I don't know. I don't think so. And about an hour later, he texted me back and said, yeah, they won it when he played. He made 175 tackles his senior year. in 15 ball games, but did not play much offense. But
Well, they probably didn't. The other team didn't score enough to probably need to score or play a lot of offense.
barely won the championship game, though. I think that's interesting. I love seeing what these kids did in high school.
Yeah, I do too.
I love it.
I got in that rabbit hole earlier looking up at some 1 and 2A, who played who and how that score went to this one. And, well, they beat them, and what 2 games they lose? Well, who they play? And I got in that a while ago with that. And I tried not to, but I can't help it.
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, that's just part of it.
Let's talk about. Yeah, I know. I like it. Let's get our top 5. We're going to do 6. Tuesday night will be the fake show. They're going to come out with their top 25. This is the real show where you're really going to see. So
yeah, we're the committee guys.
Yes,
Did y'all not know that?
They don't. They call us.
We are.
Matt and Todd Shaw.
Nobody knows who the committee is. It's us.
It is.
It's breaking.
All right, let me roll this over there, Dean. Tell me about your top 5. I'm sorry.
Well, let me explain stuff before I go. Obviously, 1's Georgia. I moved Alabama back up to number 2. I was apprehensive to put Oregon. I moved Alabama down because of the LSU game. But in reality, I do not think Oregon's better than Alabama. Can Oregon beat Alabama? Yes, obviously. But
I don't think so.
I just can't put them there. Alabama's loss is to a much better team than Oregon's loss. I got Oregon 3, Ohio State 4 because Oregon beat Ohio State, and my 5, Cincinnati.
Okay.
What you got?
Let's see here.
Cincinnati because they're undefeated. But poor Cincinnati's not going to have but one quality win, and we talked about that. It's going to be Notre Dame.
Notre Dame's not a. I just don't care for that. That's the team I don't like. People hate Auburn around here. I hate Notre Dame. They're over polished. They're over talked about. They've never been any good. One time they thought they was good. Alabama destroyed them 50-0 by halftime.
Yeah, they ain't been good since they were good in the 80s.
Yeah, Joe Namath times and 70s or something. But me personally, Dean, here's mine. We got
all right.
We got it a little. The only thing a little bit different we got. I got Georgia, Bama, Oregon, Ohio State. So we're the same on that. Now I put Michigan in at 5.
I can see that
over Cincinnati. Cincinnati's quality wins they're just nothing. There's nothing there for them to. There's nothing there for them to really hang their hats on. There's just not a lot for them to win by. And I know I'm playing with the old stinky fish here, but Hardball is just he's getting it done.
He is.
I'm not a huge fan of his. He just does what.
I think we need to hear a little bit more praise about him too, because we definitely hear that he's on the hot seat all the time.
Every year.
Yeah, he sucks. He needs to go. He sucks. I ain't heard nothing this year, nothing good or bad. Well, they've lost one ball game.
When you win,
shouldn't have lost it probably.
When you're winning, all you gotta do is win. So
that's true.
And the thing is, guys, y'all looking at this right now. 1 and 2 is going to play, and then 4 and 5 is going to play. Ohio State will play Michigan, right? And later in the,
yes, be the same day that Auburn
2 weeks
and Alabama play.
So
every year they play the 11:00 game. Alabama and Auburn play the 2:30.
So what I'm getting at, hey, it's going to work out. The only team that's going to be sitting up there in the middle while the smoke fest is in my bracket, while the smoke fest is going on for 1 and 2 and 4 and 5, Oregon's just sitting in the middle, just waiting to win the Pac-12. UCLA and USC did not play each other this weekend because of a dilemma in this country that's going on from I'm trying not to use the V word, but y'all know what I'm talking about. They had all had their medicine.
They're still. Never mind. I ain't gonna say.
Both teams, UCLA and USC, and some kids from both teams got sick, so they canceled the game. So that may hurt later.
Shocker.
I just bring that up because of Oregon, because they're going to run in and have to play for the Pac-12 at some point.
I think they're going to win that. I don't.
So there's
no comment. That's the best thing.
There's our top 5. That's kind of who we like. And we did move Bama down to 3. Why? Because they didn't play great against LSU, and we're used to seeing Bama play great.
So I'm sorry, Matt. I don't want to get over. So they're still quarantining and stopping games out in California. Are you serious?
Yeah, UCLA and USC did not play. Now, both the teams are completely, fully medicinized. I'm not going to use the V word because they will clip you on Facebook Live for it.
Oh, really?
YouTube will cut. They can, if you say that, the V word, when you get your medicine, they'll clip you. So I can't say it, but
without going into detail,
people listening know
that blows my mind. They still staying in their houses out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why everybody moved to Texas.
I can't believe they're shooting. Never mind. I'll shut up. Is that people? Oh, God,
we'll switch over. We'll switch over to my channel. You go to Matt's YouTube, and we'll go live on YouTube. We'll get into it. We'll break it all down.
That's just disgusting. Okay, I said it.
Now NFL, Steelers Lions tie 16 all. The refs. Scott Wright was at the game.
Scott Wright went. I feel so bad for him. He goes all the way to Pittsburgh, which he loves Pittsburgh.
Scott called during the game and said, "Please come get me. I can't get out of here. It's a hellhole of ice and snow and rain." No, I'm just kidding. He did.
And while he was up there, he goes to watch the game, and they tie.
16-16. Titans, we mentioned that earlier. They beat Saints 23-21, still without Henry. Rams 7-2 versus the 49ers 3-5 on a Monday Night Football game. Guys, I don't know what we're going to do. We ain't got much more high school football left.
No. And briefly, Matt, and I won't get too into this, but everybody in the SEC in basketball is 2-0, except for Georgia, Kentucky, and South Carolina, and Kentucky did lose to Duke. Florida upset Florida State today in basketball. And next Sunday, number 4 Villanova takes on 18th ranked Tennessee.
And don't forget about JSU. They're basketball boys, and they look pretty good.
Yeah, they will be.
Go down there to the Peak this year, the season. Sometimes you can get in free.
Oh, gosh, yeah. I took a basketball team last year.
Yeah,
I had somebody help me out, but she's like, just come in general admission.
Yeah.
You can get in. You don't have to buy tickets.
Yeah, so go down to the Peak, man. And they got they've redid the floor a year or two ago. The boys are going to play good. So
and they let them dunk during warm-up, so they put on a show.
Yeah, they're going to be pretty good. Alabama, we look for them to really they should make a run in some March. I don't think they're going to be an NIT team this year. Not with Shackelford and Ellis and them back.
Ellis and Quinterly.
That Boda, the tall guy.
Yeah, I don't know who else they've got besides those three, but those three are good.
And, of course, Gonzaga, UConn, those unmentionable teams that are always going to be around.
Yeah.
They're going to be there.
Villanova, obviously, ranked number 4.
I think Michigan State won also. They're going to be.
I'm going to go on and predict the team to watch, which you already know this. UCLA had everybody back off that great team that went to the Final Four last year that put Alabama out.
Yeah.
Everybody. Every one of them stayed.
Look for them to make a Final Four, at least a Final Four run. Creighton. Creighton's going to be ranked up. They're going to be good. I hate to be the broken record, but it's kind of going to be a lot of the same.
Same bunch.
Yeah, it's kind of going to be the same kind of stuff. So, okay, guys, let's go watch Yellowstone. Why don't we do that? I'm going to go eat some chicken and watch Yellowstone.
I'm going to go home and eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't ate. I didn't watch Yellowstone. I'm saving all of them.
Guys, we appreciate you.
Yeah, great show.
Been a good show. We just a little over 7 o'clock. They're right there again. Georgia, Bama, Oregon, Ohio State, Michigan. For me, Georgia, Bama, Oregon, Ohio State, Cincinnati for Dean. So that's going to be your top 5. Go ahead and mark it down and put the money on it, baby. Because there ain't a better show going on YouTube or Facebook right now. I promise you. Big Matt and Diamond Dean, we are this is it.
Condoleezza.
Okay, so need to get a pick.
Yeah, you saw.
That's right. All right, guys. We're gonna be
short show tonight.
In and out. We're gonna be in and out. We appreciate y'all, and we'll catch y'all next time. All right. Y'all have a great week. All right. Peace.
Have a good week.
Keep your heads clear and your hearts full of God as always. So.